Here is another one of my favorite little hacks, and I found this super, super helpful for me. First of all, it does help if you know the chakras, but I'm going to give you a little breakdown in separate little classes of those chakras. And as this is not specifically about the chakras, I don't want to get too involved in that. However, many of you coming to this course probably already know the chakras, and if you do, that's amazing, because you can just take the knowledge that you already have and slide it right in there. If you don't know the chakras, don't worry, I'm going to give you that little breakdown, but also just remember the colors. So it is important to remember your rainbow colors: red, orange, yellow. Those are your hot magnetic colors. They're more physically focused. Then you have green, which is the center. Green is a neutral color, neither hot nor cold. It's the heart space, and it's the bridge between the hot chakras below and the cool chakras above. And then you have blue, indigo, violet in the higher chakras, and that is more magnetic, mental. And if we can start to understand just these 7 colors, which relate to the 7 chakras. So break it down first into the colors, just because everybody knows colors. And then if you understand much about chakras, you infuse that energy here. If you're just scratching the surface of learning about your chakras, this is also a great way to get started with that. Because when you do crystal healing, as a facilitator of crystal healing sessions, what I'm always doing is laying the crystals on the chakra points. That's kind of like the primary way that I would work on them. There's many ways you can do healing with crystals, but in an actual crystal healing session, that is what I'm doing. I'm laying those crystals on the chakras. And chakras are basically parts of our energy field. They're wheels, spinning wheels of energy up the spine. We have more than 7, but for the purpose of this conversation, we're looking at the 7 major chakras, and therefore the 7 primary colors, or rainbow colors, shall we say. So with this, I always suggest to people, if you want to just get started with your crystal collection, it's always really helpful if you get something small in each of the colors, or for each of the chakras. So as I break this down a little bit more individually, I'll give you ideas, because for example, the root chakra, which is red, would mean red stones, but you can also use brown stones and black stones there. As with the crown chakra, which is violet, you can also use white stones and clear stones there. So it's not so clear cut as red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, but that is the perfect hack starting point. Again, you have as much time as you want to get deeper and to develop a better understanding. And again, coming back to your intuition as your primary source of information. You can listen to me give you tips, you can listen to many books and many teachers, but in the end, it's most important to trust what you feel. So should you decide I need to do some work on my heart chakra, because I'm feeling grief, I'm feeling emotionally overwhelmed, whatever it may be, and then you remember my voice saying that that's a green chakra or pink, and then you think, okay, well, you look at your crystals, and for some reason, you're just drawn to that black stone. And you think, well, I can't put a black stone on my heart. That's ridiculous. That doesn't feel like a good omen, but you're drawn to the black stone. Your head is busy telling you that that black is darkness and it shouldn't be put at your heart. But your intuition is drawing you to the black stone. And the black stone is probably coming to ground and protect and purify whatever's been going on at your heart chakra. So even though, for the most part, I would recommend green stones or pink stones for the heart chakra, that's not by any stretch of the imagination the only way that you work with your stones. You don't just say, this is the green chakra, it gets green stones. You work first and foremost with your intuition. But the hack of remembering the 7 colors of the rainbow and the 7 energy centers on which they work will help you to more quickly and easily begin to do that on yourself or for yourself. And you're not always lying down with a crystal on each chakra. That's a beautiful thing to do if you can, a little self-cleanse. I will often find that very useful if, let's say, you have a 10 to 20 minute nap gap and then you lie down, you place your crystals on your chakra points. I like to put on some music that will help me to drop into like a meditative sleep, like sometimes classical piano, or sometimes yoga chanting, or sometimes shamanic drumming, depending what I'm intuitively called to put on. Place your crystals and drop in. This is a very helpful way, remembering that the music is a vibrational form of healing. The crystals are a vibrational form of healing. And if you just relax and let go, those two vibrational tools can work their magic into your vibrational system. So that's, again, a nice way to do it, but that's not by any means the only way to work with your crystals. And we will delve a little bit more into that. But for now, I'm going to give you a brief breakdown as to each chakra, some crystals that would be good examples to use with that chakra, based primarily on the fact that those are the correct color for that chakra.